Hello guys, and welcome back to my screens again. So today we are going to be looking at a pure price action chart analysis of one of my favorite pairs to be traded, the EURJPY, or the euro and then the Japanese yen pair. Great. So on the monthly time frame right here, you can see that what I have my zones neatly drawn. We look to the left and then we have the zones neatly drawn. All right. So from what we can see here, we realize that the previous month, right, we have a bullish pin bar. Okay, we have a pin bar, a bullish pin bar, and then the coming month, or in this month that is almost ending too, we have a pin bar forming. All right, so pretty much, and then price is also what bullish. All right, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, like you can see. So we are pretty much bullish, so we should be looking for what uh, um more of buys in the overall trend that is on the monthly. But then we can't take trades on a monthly time frame, so we have to switch off to the weekly time frame. So let's get onto the weekly time frame and see what we can get. All right, so here on the weekly time frame, we can see that what price is equally bullish. Price is equally bullish, making high highs, high lows, high highs. It broke a trend line right here. Now, as it broke a trend line right here, it got what we tested, or it got a support. It got a support. So the boost entered the market and pushed it up a bit. There is this resistance bar right here that acted as a resistance to price, which pushed it back. All right. In as much as price got pushed back last week, the week that just ended came bullish, or came with a boost more in the market, which was gave us a bullish engulfing candle at a support zone. Not just any support zone, but at a monthly support zone. Now, remember that the monthly time frame was bullish, right? The monthly time frame was bullish. Now, if we should minimize our charts, or if we should close our charts a little bit, we can see that we can have a trend line from this level right here all through this. Okay, great. So something like this, right? Now, which is telling us that price came to break an inner trend line and equally what? An outer trend line, indicating that what? The bears are in the market. However, to me, despite the fact that the bears are in the market, price is still pretty much bullish, all right? Because in as much as price came all the way down from this level up here and then broke what? This from this level up here, came to break this what? This support level, making it a resistance. There was no typical retracement. All right, there was no typical retracement, which is indicative of the fact that what? The bears have taken control fully of the market. You can even see this bullish pin bar right here that push market to the top, giving us a somewhat a monster around here, which got equally retested, or which got pushed down by what? This resistance zone to the support level. Now, even as when we get to the support level shape, we are even seeing what? A bullish engulfing candle. All right, a bullish engulfing candle, which is indicative of the fact that the bulls are in the market, or we should be looking for what? More of what? Buys than sells. This is a probability game. Forex is a probability game. So we need to what? We need to give some percentage to the bulls as well as the buys, and then whichever happens, or whichever edge gives us, we go by it. All right, so this is pretty much what it is on the weekly time frame. So on a weekly time frame, in my perspective, we are still bullish on euro JPY. So we now move on to the daily time frame to see what we could get. All right, so if you take this as a high, this as a low, and then this as a high, let's say price broke this low right here. Now, even as price broke this low, if you should take our Fibonacci from one swing high to swing low, we can see that there was no significant retracement to the premium zone. And even as much as there was no significant retracement to the premium zone, we cannot favor the sales, right? Price is not so much in favor of the sell. So for us to look for a sell position, then price should be in our premium zone. Price is pretty much still in our discount zone, and then we can't be taking sales here. All right, so that is why we are looking of more of buys than the sales right there. Okay, so before we move on to the daily time frame, let me just hide this. Let me just delete this trend line here, then move on to what? The daily time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, it is pretty much same story. the daily time frame is pretty much same story. So we have this our weekly bar right here, which is serving as a resistance to price, pushing price down for the first one, and what second touch price is now giving us a somewhat a double bottom on the monthly support zone. I said what a double bottom on a monthly support zone. So that tells us how strong that zone is and then how strong the move there is going to be. Now, in as much as we have a very strong move there, we equally have a trend line resistance or a resistance trend line at the top right here. We have a resistance trend line at the top right here. So we should be expecting that what this resistance trend line will break and retest and then move on to what we expect price to come here or to the upside right here. So we should be expecting something like this, a break of this, a retest, a break of this, a retest. Then we get to the premium zone somewhere around here before we can be looking for what? For sales. All right. We get to the premium zone around here before we can be looking for what? Sales to the downside. However, at this moment, we are still looking for what? Buys. Price is in the middle of nowhere at the time, at this instance. However, from my perspective, I can see more of a resistance zone that needs to be broken. However, let's move on to the 4-hour time frame and then see how clear it would be. So on the 4H time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, pretty much a continuation. Let's see what we have. So on the 4-hour time frame, we realize that what the price is now bullish, making highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Currently have a higher high. Broke this it broke this structure to the upside. So and there is a trend line support trend line here, a fair value gap here. So we should be expecting price to what to tap down into this zone. We should be expecting price to tap down into this zone. Then we can buy to what this resistance trend line that we saw on the daily time frame. However, on the daily time frame, let me go back to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I somehow spotted a zone, right? I somehow spotted a zone that I would like to draw for you to see. Somehow spotted a zone around here. Spotted a zone around here, right? Pretty much this spotted a zone around here, right? Let me just change this very quickly. Daily support. All right, so there is a zone around here that has to be completely broken, which is not completely broken. There is a zone around here that has to be completely broken before we can be sure of our move to the upside. Let me just adjust it very well. Great. So let's move on to the 4-hour time frame and see how that is going to look like. Okay. All right. So on the 4-hour time frame, we realize that the zone is not fully broken. It has not been broken fully. All right. It has not been broken. It even came with what? It came with some pin bars, some bearish pin bars here, which is indicative of the fact that there is going to be what some sell moves in the market, or there are going to be sells first before the buys. All right. So what we just do is that we wait, we let price play out, and what gives us the opportunities or give us the market conditions that actually defines our edge. Then we comes into the market and take advantage of what the market is giving us, and we go. Right? Forex is a probability game, like I always say. So you should pay keen or much attention to that. So I'll be expecting a sell before what a buy in the market. So this would be my outlook on Euro JPY. This would be my outlook on Euro JPY. Thanks for staying by. Follow us in the Telegram channel, and then what? Let's get on to it. When this trade is ready, I'll post the signal in the Telegram channel, and what? Let's all make some cool cash from there. Let's all make some cool cash from there. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.